Hey everyone, this is JJ Star. Just want to apologize. We had some technical difficulties this week, so no video, but we still have the audio, so enjoy. Hello, this is That Talking Podcast. I'm JJ Star.
And I'm Downtown Andy.
The Downtown, the one and only.
That's it.
Welcome, welcome. We are here to talk and bring some civil discourse to an otherwise discordant world. It's Sunday. We recorded
Sunday.
what I would dare to call on time this week. Yay!
Now, will you get it out on time is the question.
I'll get it out. Oh, I'll get it out on time.
Will
Did you just
you?
crack your jaw?
I certainly did.
I heard that from over here.
Maybe the mic picked it up.
Woo!
That'd be fantastic.
That was fucking wild. That's what the kids call ASMR, right?
No.
No? Did I get that wrong?
ASMR?
Yeah.
No, ASMR is the feeling you get from listening to like Bob Ross or Mr. Rogers.
Why do people get
Audio
it from
something,
like
symmetry,
cats
response.
licking and stuff like that?
Some people, I mean, it's different for everybody.
Well, maybe bones cracking works too.
I mean, I've never gotten a chill down my spine from cracking my jaw, or any body part for that matter.
Maybe somebody else has though.
I mean, I have a whole, there's a whole subsection of my favorites on YouTube where videos I've saved are literally just for ASMR.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's
That's
for that,
weird.
tingly, good, chilly feeling that I get when I listen to certain people talk.
Interesting.
Sometimes I get it when Travis talks.
I don't know that I've ever gotten a feeling like that over a sound.
I was telling him about it. One of the last times I talked to him, I was just like, with your delivery, the way you say certain things, the speed at which you talk,
Yeah.
your inflections, it gives me that. I don't know if. I think I told him, but if I didn't, and he's listening, I know he's going to listen to this. It sometimes gives me that Bob Ross feeling, which is great. I love that feeling. I can't get enough of that feeling.
Can't get enough of that feeling. I think that's the thing.
You know what else I can't get enough of?
What's that? Tell me.
I don't know.
Is it the rules?
Maybe.
It could be. Well, we'll say the rules anyway. We have 3 rules here in our little bubble, our little podcast world. For the sake of civility, no judgment, nothing personal, and don't be a dick. We have those rules for each other, but use them on each other out there.
Use the money? What?
What? Use them on.
Oh, on. I thought you said use the money out there.
No.
Yeah,
throw
use
your
the money out there.
Throw your money at us. What do you want to talk about?
I mean, I didn't have it in me to put the hat on, so.
Was it about a hat? Were
No.
we going to talk about a hat?
This is my Sunday best.
It is your Sunday best. Well, it was your dad's Sunday best also.
No, this was his 80th birthday best.
Wasn't that a Sunday?
Actually, now, after last Sunday, now I may not even know if this was the 80th birthday shirt because apparently Mike and Anna got him 2 of these. So for all I know, I might have...
You only took one of them?
I don't remember seeing a second. So it either got donated, tossed, or this is it. So
Interesting.
I'll never know.
But he wore it on a Sunday. His birthday was on a Sunday.
Yes, it was.
So it's Sunday best indeed. What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Yeah.
Did I get to pick last week or was that you? Or does it... I don't even know.
I think it was me.
So, in anticipation of the fact that you're always going to come at me for an idea,
Yes.
Subject matter always pops in and out of my head all throughout the week.
Okay.
And I'm like, we'll do this, and then the next day comes, and I'm like, no, let's do this instead. And then, of course, I've forgotten what the first thing is.
Yeah.
And then a third thing will come, and then I'll forget what the other 2 were.
Yeah.
And if we start riffing, I could talk about anything for an hour.
Riff, 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 riff.
No.
No?
No. So something that you persistently point out is how much time I spend on my phone.
I do tend to point that out,
Yeah.
yes.
I remember a time where I used to point that out in other people and how that would bother me.
That they were spending so much time on their phone or
Yeah.
that you...
The first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you understand.
Now, what I want to talk about, what I want to relate this to, is it's going to seem a little strange, but it'll all come together.
I love strange.
So, my parents, I don't know, I wouldn't technically, I mean, I think my mother had I have her phone over there. I think it's a smartphone to some degree. It's not an iPhone. It's not a Galaxy. It's nothing. None of the major ones. No, but it's like a you go to Walmart and get,
It's a Cricket phone.
something you get out of a plastic package, like on the rack. Yeah, something like that.
Your mom had a burner.
It's got it's basically. Because she wasn't she wasn't tech savvy. But she had for email and texting and which she rarely ever did, and pictures and whatnot.
Yeah.
But she certainly never spent nearly as much time on it as, say, any of us. Like, she doesn't do like all her online shopping. She continued to do online shopping on her even older laptop computer.
I was gonna say on a desktop compuder, on a little secretary in the kitchen.
It might as well have been a desktop computer. I don't know if I still have that. Maybe I got rid of that. I don't know. It could be somewhere in this house.
It could be somewhere in this house.
Because you know how, like, when it comes to ordering stuff off Amazon or eBay or whatever, like, we just click the button on the phone and go with it. Yeah. No, she... her methods of ordering are old school. She would be glued to the television watching QVC.
She'd call that number.
And HSN all day long if she wasn't watching like MSNBC or Market Watch or something, and constantly ordering stuff. Constantly ordering garments in every color and every style. Every style of every color.
I understand that feeling because I have had a tendency to do that as well.
Jewelry, the Diamonique and the fake, lab-grown shit. And then, of course, doing Christmas shopping in, like, March.
In bulk.
Yeah. For the kids, the grandkids, dad, her friends, her students' parents, her students, people at church.
Yeah.
So on and so forth. But what I'm trying to tie this all to is something a little bit more serious, and it's the fact that she would persistently say to all of us that she didn't really get into home shopping until after my grandfather passed, her father.
Yeah.
Okay? But she would always say that. She would always bring it up. So my mother's father passed in, July 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, his birthday was in March. He passed in July, I think July 19th, 2003. I should have this memorized by now, but anyway. And she would always say that. She would always say, I didn't get into QVC shopping or she had done it before, but like that became like her major hobby.
Okay.
And she did a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like, if you had been at our house when I was emptying stuff out before the move, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So much we donated.
I've heard legends.
We donated so much stuff that had never even been opened.
Yeah.
Like, she stashed away dozens and dozens of garments in varying colors and styles for, like, every day of the month.
Yeah.
And she, because that's just it. She didn't really, in her older age, didn't go out much, didn't do much. Like, her and my dad would go to church on Sunday, usually go out to eat Friday, sometimes Friday and Saturday. Sunday was church, food shopping, She didn't really do much outside of that. It was working from home. And for when she had time to herself, it was, having QVC on, or not Mother Teresa, but one of those other nuns that, talking about spirituality and whatnot. But that was her big hobby.
That was her hobby.
It was her big hobby to just, see what came up on the TV next. And
yeah.
Say, ooh, that's nice. I think I'll get 16 of those.
A Dresden Shepherd is for everyone.
And at no point did I ever look at her and be like, Ma, I think you're spending too much time with this. Like, hello, I'm over here. Everybody else, we're all over here. Like, no, it never occurred to us. It's just like, okay, this is what she's into.
Was this at the, was this concurrent with the era of the smartphone?
Well, okay, so my grandfather passed in 2003.
2003.
My mother died in 2019.
Yes.
And she got sick at the end of 2016.
Okay.
But she was still, she was okay. She was still with us until the end of 18.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I've had a smartphone since 2011.
Okay.
I don't remember when she got, but like I said, she didn't use hers for very much. Oh, if she also wasn't watching Match Game 75.
Slide it, Earl.
That Gene Rayburn, Richard Dawson. But yeah, so that was her thing, and the reason I'm bringing all of this in together is because we lost her in 19.
Yeah.
And I don't remember being as attached to my phone before that.
Mm-hmm.
And not even really so much in the years. Like, I want to say it's been. I think it's become almost an obsession of mine, more so in the years between when her and my dad passed. I don't know if it's for the exact same reason, like I'm trying to fill some sort of void or whatever. It's just like I really like, going through Marketplace, going through eBay, looking for stuff I used to have, looking for stuff I never had, just looking for stuff.
Yeah.
Looking for stuff to trade for, I don't make a whole lot of deals. I mean, how often do you ever see me being like, oh, I got to go drive to this place to go make this trade?
Certainly not as much now as a couple of years ago.
Right. Because I've said to you before, I have everything.
But I would dare say that I have seen you do not a complete 180, but maybe like a 150. Because I remember when you would leave your phone plugged in a different room to charge, and you would be, like, let's do something, or, let's watch a movie, let's cuddle up on the couch and everything like that. And I remember that. Now it's like
attached to the hip.
You are attached to that phone. And that has been within the last year. I would say the last year and a half. Not necessarily since your dad died. I think it started before your dad died.
Yeah.
But I have seen you go from people are on their phones too much to, like, we cannot pry your phone away from you.
Well, as evidenced by our conversation early this afternoon, the one place that I don't ever look at it.
Yes, the one place that you don't look at it.
Yeah.
But you didn't turn it off.
I didn't have to. I never pulled it out of my pocket. The one place that I will never, ever pull my phone out of my pocket to even look at, unless I'm checking the time,
right,
is church.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And I respect that and appreciate it. I'm the same way. And and I'd like to hope I would prefer to hope that most people are like that. Most people will at least silence their cell phones during church.
The worst is when, they on the rare occasion where they make the announcement, like, please silence your cell phones. And then, like, within, like, 30 seconds of that, or 3 minutes or some short time span, it goes, or especially when it's, like, during, like, the gospel or something. It's like, come on.
But, I don't know.
It's always funny when people ask me to turn it off for them.
I don't know if just in what I have seen of your behavior and the way that you have sort of not altered, maybe like, amended yourself over the last couple of years.
Because it's not like I'm ignoring you on purpose. It's just like, because I say to you all the time, like, if you want me to put it down, I'll put it down. And then I do put it down, But in the time that, like, you go out to walk the dog or get up to go get something from the kitchen, or, if you go to the shower or go out somewhere or whatever it is, it's just like, I don't see anything wrong with picking it up for a second, checking email, checking Facebook, checking Instagram,
I don't see a problem with that either. However, and it's not just you, I see it everywhere, is that the moment that there is something like that, somebody gets up from a table, let's say, you're at dinner or something like that, right? And somebody gets up. Immediately the phone, it's almost like an excuse.
Well, that's
it's
the
like
other thing
the phone
too.
has to come out of your pocket. And it's not just you. Again, it's everybody that I see.
I was going to say,
like,
date night, I don't pull it out of my phone either. I don't pull it out of my pocket either. Most of the time. Most of the time that we are at the table, I don't pull it out unless
I will give you that.
Unless I get a phone call or a text
I will absolutely give you that. I'm not begrudging you that or any of those moments.
No, go ahead.
The only moment, and again, I'm not trying to get like personal and I'm not trying to, beef or call you out or anything. It is a rule. The only time that it bothers me with regards to you obsessively checking your phone is when you want something on the TV and then you are also watching something on your phone at volume.
I've seen you do that too.
Volume?
I have seen you do that too.
Sometimes the TV will be on and I'll like check email or scroll Instagram for a few minutes.
Hold on a second.
No.
Yes.
We're not going to turn this around just yet.
Okay. But we are going to turn this around.
I'm sure that you want to, so I will.
No, because I have an example in mind.
But you will choose something.
I know. I'm agreeing with you.
You will ask me to change something on the TV to something that you would prefer we watch together, and then you will watch something on your phone at volume for the duration.
Because most of the time I'm listening to the TV, but I'm not necessarily always watching something on the phone. I'm scrolling. I'm looking at things. I'm browsing. Like, yes, there are times where I have put on something on the TV, and then as I'm scrolling through social media, a reel pops up. And it's like, oh, what's that,
But there are moments where you completely miss what is going on around you.
Oh, there's more than a couple.
Because then at some point you will pull your face away from the phone long enough to say, wait a minute, when did that happen?
Now, mind you, if you're going to put on a show that I don't want to watch, like Euphoria, for example, or if you're going to start reading aloud, something that I have no interest in, it's like I'm going to sit there and probably scroll or play a game.
Which is perfectly fine. But if you're going to sit there and scroll or play a game, I should be permitted to go ahead and put on whatever I want, even if you don't care.
Right. But, most of the time
I'm
doing that because you're doing something that I'm not interested in.
I don't know if I would go so far as to say most of the time.
Well, remember, I used to get pretty upset at the fact that, early on, you didn't have any interest in the things that I wanted, or I refrained from asking you because I was afraid you would say no.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to work up the nerve to be like, okay, this is important to me, please, like, at least give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And that worked out great.
Yeah, didn't it?
It certainly did.
Hey, when you just go ahead and ask for something?
Well, now
all you have to do is say please.
Well, now I'm finding myself telling you that and being like, babe, just ask me to get the fucking coaster, or ask me to
But there have been,
ask me to turn off my nightlight.
I am not going to go down I am not going to take this bait because this is a conversation unto itself.
This is not bait. This is reality. The reality is there have been times where you either grunt or groan or make a face or something or imply with your body language that you want me to do something, and I always end up telling you, like, just ask me.
Your insistence that I am implying something?
You are.
No, you are inferring it. Yes.
No.
Because I don't tend to imply. I'm a rather direct person.
The perfect example is the air conditioner. I want the air conditioner on all the time, and then when you get cold, you'll make a face or you'll make a sound, and I'm totally okay with it being turned off, but you won't necessarily ask me up front, like, hey, do you mind if we turn this off? Same thing in the car. Like, if we're driving somewhere, I've got the AC on full blast, and I usually always have to tell you, like, yeah, just turn it off.
Yeah, but there are times when I know that you would prefer to have it on, and instead of saying, hey, why don't we make you uncomfortable for a little while, I'll just put a blanket on or something.
But I got my comfort because I got it on for as long as it was on. So it's like, okay, I can give you a break now because I'm not unreasonable. But we've gotten way off topic.
Yeah, we've gotten way off topic here. Again,
at least we're having civil discourse.
This rabbit hole gets deeper and deeper.
This is how civil people.
But let's bring it back. Bring it back around. All right. So you
mean to the fact that sometimes you watch things at full volume on the phone while the TV
No. I want to bring it back to you were talking about your mom.
This whole like almost like a crutch when somebody passes.
And it's understandable. It's understandable to seek like
comfort.
To seek comfort, but it's sort of like crutch isn't the word that I would use. But it's sort of like a coping mechanism, you know?
I mean, because she always, she never got emotional when talking about it. She was just like, well, when your grandfather passed, that's when I really got into it. And it's like, okay, But she kept mentioning it, and I'm just like, because as far as I never made the association. I never was like, oh, Grandpa died, now all of a sudden she's ordering from QVC.
Yeah.
Grandpa died in 2003. She was ordering me Pokemon cards off QVC in 1999.
Yeah.
So.
Now. But that's just it, is that this is something that, like, it's sort of like, old reliable. It's a fallback. It's something that, maybe subconsciously, maybe unconsciously, maybe it's just a distraction. I mean, that's just it, is that when I see you, and especially, like, over the last few months, I have made I've not minced words over the fact that I have seen you buy a lot of stuff since the beginning of this year.
Well, I mean, again,
and it's been in rapid succession too.
Well, because again, like I'm not okay. So I'm not simply just scrolling. Like I'm doing business because I'm, advertising stuff. I'm buying stuff. I'm selling stuff. I'm trading stuff. I'm trying to secure certain things. I'm just browsing for fun. So it's not like I'm just dicking around. Am I dicking around? Sure.
How much of the time would you say you're just dicking around?
Dicking around?
You're just dicking around.
As opposed to doing business?
/ doom scrolling / whatever else the kids call it.
I'd say probably 60%.
60%. So more than the majority.
Yeah. I'd say 60% dicking around, 30% doing business, and 10% like... doing things, using the phone for what it needs to be used for, checking the time, making phone calls, responding to messages.
Yeah. Have you ever actually checked like your screen time on your phone?
No, because I don't want to know what it is. I really don't care. And I know it sounds hypocritical because I used to be the one to go to you and be like, let's do things.
Yeah.
I'm the one who always complained about playing games online as opposed to doing it in person, because it's not the same if you're doing it over a screen versus if you're sitting across from another person, interacting, talking, laughing, joking, trying to kill each other. I miss the in-person paper, in front of each other.
You and I do it.
I know.
Regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I love when the boy, brings down a board game from upstairs, like Trouble. He loves Trouble. How many games of Trouble have we played in the last 8 years? Tons.
Do you think that your phone is a crutch?
Yeah, because I've grown more dependent on it in recent years as opposed to years before.
Do you think it's possible / would you ever consider transferring that crutch to something else? I mean, like maybe sex.
Are we not having enough sex?
We're having plenty of sex. I'm just saying that, maybe instead of like doom scrolling on your phone, you come over next to me and touch my leg or something.
I mean, I still do that.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I do it all the time, then it would lose its luster.
Would it?
Yes.
Well, then why doesn't scrolling on your phone for no reason lose its luster?
How many times? Because, again, I'm doing business or I'm interacting. For the other thing, okay, we have to separate these two.
Okay, separate them.
First off, there have been plenty of times where I have interacted with you to the point of annoyance, where you're like, enough, later, tomorrow, I need time to heal, like, come on, give me a break.
I need to pencil you in for future time.
There you go. Because you know how I am when you put on those shoes or, a certain thing, whatever. I can't get enough of my wife. I can't. And... so there's that. What was the other thing?
Interacting with people.
No. The phone being a crutch and doing business. Oh my God.
And interacting with people, you said.
Maybe the phone is giving me brain damage.
I would dare say it's going to affect your attention span at some point if it hasn't
already. Yeah. Because I used to be okay just putting it off to the side, letting it charge. You know, I've said in previous podcasts, like years ago when I got my first cell phones, I wouldn't even turn it on until I got to work. Mm-hmm. You know, and then the only person who'd be contacting me around those hours would be my parents.
I remember when I first got a cell phone when I was 18, and I know that shocks young people these days. 18? Oh my God, I was 12.
I got mine at 16, and all it did was make calls.
Like, when I first got my phone, I remember being told by the people at the store, at the cell phone store, I remember being told, like, never charge it with the never charge it with it turned on, because it'll kill the battery faster. And so my phone would be off all night, and I would usually leave it in my room, like in my dorm room when I went to classes and stuff like that.
I remember one of my phones, I don't remember if it was one of my iPhones or one of the other ones, but I remember you used to be able to turn it off, plugged in, and it would, if you set an alarm, it would turn itself back on at that time to wake you up.
Isn't that fun?
I would love to be able to do that now. I mean, you know, if I the only time I turn my phone off is if I know that the next day is my day off or I don't have to be somewhere. And the fact is, I don't even really need the alarm anyway because I'm up before my alarm. My alarm is set for 6:45 every day and has been for several years now. I can count on one hand the amount of times I have slept to my alarm.
I miss
even close to it.
I miss being asleep when your alarm went off. Cat. Yeah, I don't know. Like,
especially now because the sun is up.
Yeah, the sun is
5.
up very, very early.
And even with the blinds drawn, I am up at 5 or whenever she starts roaming around.
I don't know that I have ever been attached to my phone. Now, I use my phone for a lot of things. I use all of the business, all advertising, you know, all communications and stuff. But when I'm home, I'm on my computer when I'm working.
See, I remember the days before I knew you could download apps like entertainment apps for the phone.
Yeah.
Like before I knew it was possible to put Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever on there. Now I remember where I was going to go with this. The other thing, aside from, you know...
Is it about TikTok?
No, it's about the fact that as of late, because of my current situation being bandless and, you know, not having as many close friends as I did, you know, previously, I have been glued to the stats now. Like you say it all. You talk about all the time.
I check the podcast stats constantly.
And now because I'm doing more stuff on social media, I'm trying to get followers. I'm making content. I'm sharing it to all of them. I'm doing reels. I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm interacting with other people. You know, I'm constantly checking, be like, who watched it? How many viewers do I have now? You know, how many clicks on this, and how long are they watching it? And it's like that's your influence from all of the podcast shenanigans that you have, you know, laid upon me over the last 2+ years now.
I can't help it. I got really excited to find out that we are currently downloaded in 125 countries worldwide.
See, now just like a couple of weeks ago, we were at what, 101, 102?
It's very exciting. It's very, very exciting. You know, I've been looking at, you know, like, you know, our advertisers and, you know, promotions and everything like that. And I'm just like, I get really excited. By stuff like that. But there are days definitely where, like, I'll be doing things. I'll be sketching or painting or doing something tangible. Actual tangible work, and my laptop will be open right next to me, just sort of creeping up on me like, refresh the page and see if anything has changed.
I know. I miss when Facebook was the only thing. Okay, it's like MySpace had finally phased out for those of us who remember. MySpace had phased out. We had Facebook. Instagram wasn't a thing yet. YouTube was there, but you know, you did one, the other. Very few people did both. Maybe more people did both than I think. I don't know.
Don't forget Vine. Vine was in there for a while, too.
It was, for a good long while, it was just Facebook. There was no Instagram, no TikTok, no Snapchat, no...
None of that.
Any of the other, you know, smaller ones.
Yeah.
And it's just like, now I'm at that point where, because now, in order to be seen by the most amount of people possible, you have to have one of everything. And you have to post to all of them. And you can't necessarily set it up to where posting to one will post to all. So you have to go and manually upload it to every single one.
Yeah.
And then you have to check every single one's stats to be like, oh, how many clicks did I get? How many views? How many, is this monetized? Like, and I wish I didn't care. But it is.
Do you?
Yeah, because it's exciting when you post some content and then you see how many people watched it and then how many views that it got, and it's like,
Are you chasing that viral moment? Do you think that's what you're doing now?
No, because I don't want a viral moment. I don't want.
It is fun, I will tell you. Like, it is fun. It's a short-lived kind of high, but it is fun.
I don't want a viral moment in the same vein as I don't want to make $1 million doing music. I don't care. Like, I've said this for years, and I wholeheartedly mean it. I don't care how much money I make playing music. I just want to keep doing it.
Right.
I want to keep playing shows till the day I die. I want to keep playing with people I enjoy playing with. I want to keep being involved in. I don't ever want to quit it again.
Right.
Because quitting was stupid.
Yeah.
It was completely, like, that is what brings me the most joy, is getting together with like-minded musicians and just having fun and entertaining people for our own pleasure. Like, I've made good chunks of money playing. I've made shit chunks of. I've made no money playing. Like, that's not what it's about. It's not about, the paycheck.
Right.
Because I make a really good paycheck going to a 9-to-5 job every day, and I'm fucking miserable at it.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with me. Like, I've had people tell me constantly, and it sort of relates back to the phone thing. I've had people tell me, like, you make a living painting? And it's just like a menial one, yes. But I don't want to stop creating art just because I'm not making $1 million doing it.
Like, at this point, I don't even want to talk to the musicians that I've known and grown up with and been acquainted with for years on end, because so many of them have become fucking, have broken all the rules.
Right.
They've become dicks.
Now, you mentioned...
I would much rather talk to, the whatever guy that comes up to me after a gig. He's like, man, that was awesome. You're so good. It's like, tell me about yourself. Where are you from? How's your mom? Like...
Does she miss me?
I should, honestly, I think I should have made more time for those people. I should have made more time to have meaningful conversations with, like when we did that show in New Jersey at that farm with what did they have? They have cows or something?
They had horses.
There was a guy at that show who came up after me and was like, dude, your playing's amazing. I should have sat down with him and been like, so, how long you been playing? Like, where are you from? Like,
there's still time.
I don't know who that is.
But again, there's still time. You can alter yourself going forward to accommodate for that type of behavior that you want to exhibit. Now, I just want to make one quick thing, just to bring it back to the phone. You asked me, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what exactly you were doing, if you were updating your profile or something, but you asked me, you said something like, so am I a
looking at nudie pictures?
No, you asked me, you said, so am I a content creator now? Because I had made a comment about content creators.
I still hate.
No judgment.
I still hate that phrase.
But this is
that title.
This is the thing, though, is that as a creative person, as an artist, right, and you are as well. You are a musician. You are an artist. You are a creative person. There is a thick ass fucking line, big black line between big ass thick black line between being an artist on social media and being a content creator.
Yeah.
And as an artist, I see both sides of it. But I see a lot of people who will create art. They will paint something. They will collage something. They will do something. But they will do it so that they can time-lapse it for the sake of putting it online, Instagram, Reels, Threads, Twitter, whatever Twitter is now, all of these things, and they won't be creating the art to have the art out in the world. They will create the art for the sake of creating the content of them creating art.
Are you telling me they're mutually exclusive?
I don't think they're mutually exclusive, but there's a difference. Like, I am an artist on Instagram.
Like, I would think that an artist can be a content creator.
Absolutely. But
and a content creator could potentially be an artist, but not as much as the other way around.
To me, there is a difference between creating art and exhibiting it online.
Yeah.
Which is what I do. And I'm not putting down one or the other, but there is a difference between doing that and creating content of yourself creating art for the sake of that viral moment. There's a difference. Now,
I just noticed you're using my charger.
I have to. The iPad is going to die. Now, you have been creating videos for Reels. You have been creating videos specifically for social media.
Just to show people what I can do.
Just to show people what you're doing. Just to be out there and everything like that. It does not take away from the fact that you are a creative and a musician and
I haven't
an
really
artist.
gotten any negative comments yet.
Well, you don't suck.
I know, but I'm just like, if this were like 20 years ago, I'm sure, there would be people out there be like, oh, you're not that good. And it's like, I'm not purporting to be, it's just I'm showing what I do and seeing who likes it.
But I think that there is a blur. There's a blur between the real world now and the world online.
I mean, I'm well aware there's people out there who are way better than me, and those are the people that I look to for inspiration.
Right.
And I love being inspired because that gets my blood flowing. If I'm not seeking out inspiration, then I might as well just kick the bucket.
So, is that what you're obsessively doing?
I mean, I watch at least one Sammy Albana video a day.
At least one?
At least one.
At least one, as much as how many?
However many he posts. I mean, he's posting his own stuff. He's posting it to his page, his band's page. There's that guy, that Chinese guy, I'm going to butcher his name, Seda Wang, I think his name is, who's constantly reposting Sammy's stuff. He's the one who gave him that custom guitar that he's been using since the Children Bodom tribute shows. To me, he's like the new Alexi Laiho. He is phenomenal. And I love watching what he's doing because to me it's like Alexi never left.
But I'm asking you with regard to your obsessive attachment to your phone. And those are words in my mouth. I'm not putting them out into the world, and I'm not judging. Okay? No judgment. No judgment. No judgment. No judgment. But is that the draw to your phone? Is that what is drawing you to your phone?
Seeking inspiration?
Is any degree of a desperate need to be inspired? Like, what is it? If it's not that, what is it that's drawing you to your phone?
I mean, the phone itself is connecting me to what I'm not getting from our community. Which is? Inspiration, for one.
Okay.
Like-minded mutuality for another. It's connecting me with content creation, with creators and content that I'm not getting locally.
Okay.
Like, for example, just this past week, this guy that I followed for at least the last 6-7 years passed away.
Yeah.
And that hit me personally because it's like, I never paid this guy any money. I never bought any service from him. we never talked. We never met. I just enjoyed what he put out on the internet, and I liked listening to him talk. I liked his opinion on things. I liked the entertainment value he brought to what he, created. And at 32 years old, he died from stage 4 colon cancer. And that sucks because to me, that's just like when Charlie Kirk died, because it's like Now I'm never going to get to listen to either one of them ever again.
Yeah.
You know? I don't care what anybody's fucking opinion of any of these people are. It's like, now I don't get to listen to them. I don't get to hear their voice except through old videos. I don't get to get any new content. You know, if anybody carries on their leg, like I know Turning Point USA is still going, but it's not the same without him. If anybody were to take over Alex Simo's channel, like it's not going to be the same without him. And it sucks because, you know, there are things, there's certain things, just like with this, what I've said about this podcast. Like, we may never know this, but for all we know,
this podcast?
This podcast
This one?
could be part of somebody's regular routine. And if all of a sudden,
I'd like to think so.
One day it ceases to exist, that's going to have a really negative impact on whoever that may be. Just like now that the content that I regularly consume is no longer going to be available, that's affected me, because if I want to go and see a video, it is absolutely impossible for anything new to show up.
Do you think that this loss, do you think that it will drive you to, I hate using the word obsessively so much, but for lack of a better way of putting it, do you think that a loss like this would drive you to obsessively deep dive old videos?
Oh, I did that already.
Oh, okay.
I spent all day yesterday just watching videos from 2019, from when I first discovered who he was.
Okay.
Like after Charlie Kirk died, there was like a week or two where I was listening to old podcasts and going through old YouTube videos, and then I kind of just gave up on it because other people who worked for him took over the show.
Yeah.
It's just not the same. It's not the same. So it's like, I don't want to listen to his wife or his friends. It's like, I wanted to hear his take, because he's who built, you know, the business. He built his reputation on open dialogue with people.
Do you think loss, okay. No beating around the bush on this one. Do you think that that a loss in your life contributes directly to the amount of attention you give your phone?
Yeah.
Why?
Because, you know, traditionally after somebody in my life, like personally, you know, like a family member passes, I'm constantly searching the internet or, you know, my files for videos, pictures, comment sections, clips, you know, anything, trying to find any possible semblance of, you know, that person's presence.
Are you trying to like enliven the memory of them?
No, I'm just trying to give myself more exposure to that person. Like, that's what I want. In those days and weeks after the passing, you know, and then periodically over the years, like, I want to immerse myself in that person's presence. Like, I would, after John died, I would watch that video of him, you know, us spooking him at Christmas over and over and over again, you know, with the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And I still do. Like, I still do go back and look at, you know, pictures and video. And I it bothers me that, you know, that there are certain people that I don't have like enough videos of, because a picture is one thing, but video is totally different. Video, you actually get, you know, to hear the voice and see them move and all their little mannerisms and everything. You know, those film reels that I just had digitized, you know, I got to see my parents in their 20s and 30s. Like, actually, at that point, let's see, 40s, 30s. I wasn't around for that.
No.
It was crazy to be able to watch that, and I can continue to watch that now. I actually just bought a digitizer to do all the old camcorder tapes myself.
Do you think that will become a replacement for going on your phone all the time?
No, that's going to be a means for transferring things onto the phone to be able to consume.
So you're adding more to your phone. So you're giving yourself more reasons to be on your phone all the time.
Yeah.
what void is this filling for you?
Boredom?
So you're bored all the time?
No. Look,
be honest.
again, if I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning and you don't get out of bed until whatever, I mean, you're not going to be up at 5. You're not going to be up at 6. Sometimes you're up at 6, but
I've been up at 6 lately.
But there is an amount of time where I spend down here alone drinking my coffee, and it's like, well, I'm not going to just sit here and just watch the birds for the next hour. It's
That's
like,
too bad.
Maybe I want to play a game. Maybe I want to look at YouTube videos. Maybe I want to scroll for guitars or cards or whatever. It's just like, that's how I occupy my time with.
But those are
I occupy my time.
But those are also the same things that you're doing in the afternoon when you get home from work, when you're getting ready for bed. Like it's not just something that you're doing to fill a moment of your time.
But I'm not trying to just fill a moment. Like, I'm doing things of interest. Like, I'm not trying to make an excuse for it. Like, I think I spend way more time than I really want to, but again, I'm hooked because I'm obviously hooked on what I'm interested in. I'm hooked on phonics.
Sure.
And there's never been, I mean, you have to admit, there's never been a time where you've asked me to put it down and I've said no.
No. But at the same time, if I have ever, like, when you come home for break, and again, we're not going to get personal here, but when you come home for break every day from work, and we sit across from the table just like we're doing right now, and we have our bowls of cereal, and we're sitting there, right? And at some point, this happens.
Yeah, I know.
Your phone is in your hand, and you are doing, and what do?
Babe.
I stare right at you and just sit there staring at you, and as soon as you catch me, you drop the phone.
You know what the other time is that I never touch the phone?
When's that? Right now?
Podcast time.
Well, your timer is going.
So you're allowed to have a timer?
I'm trying to produce here, man.
We're back.
Let me ask you something, okay? This is where you get to turn it around.
I've already turned it around.
But let me ask you something. Do you...
Hypocrisy knows no bounds in this realm.
I'm not trying to be a hypocrite here. I'm asking you, do you see me doing something that you would equate to how you pay attention to your phone?
Yeah.
What do I do?
You spend not the same amount of time, but you spend fair amounts of time on it. But then again, so do we all. Like
on my phone?
I personally think the smartphone was the worst thing to happen to all of us. I
agree.
I think it ruined human communication. I think it's more than we realize agree to that.
I think it's destroyed the intelligence quotiont.
That too.
Bar none. Oh.
And unless we collectively agree to just put it down, it's gonna be all consuming, like it has been.
I think even worse than that though is that it's not just the phone is the thing, because all devices sync now. Like, you can put your phone down and open up your laptop, and all of that shit is on your laptop because your phone is synced to it. Same thing with a tablet.
But here's the thing. I mean, I know people have their computers, their tablets, their phones. Some have all. I mean, I've never had a tablet. I
have them right here.
But ever since they've incorporated all of the conveniences into the phone, like literally all of the conveniences of a computer into a phone.
Yes.
Who needs a computer anymore? Like, it used to be.
Do.
Like, no, I'm just hypothetically speaking. Like, it used to be. You know, you could do everything on the phone except, like, you know, type up documents and print them. You know, you have to do that on a computer, and the computer has to be hardwired to the printer, and that's the only way to do it. Then now you have wireless printing. Wireless printing incorporates its way to the phone. Now you can print stuff out from the phone to the computer wirelessly. You've literally no need for the desktop or the laptop unless you want to sit there and tinker.
And even worse now, You can make phone calls from your computer.
Yeah, that's true.
So now it's like it's not just it's devices, right? It's not just the phone, it's not just the computer, it's your devices, it's your screen.
But here's the thing: anybody who is in the industry is going to be like, it's the wave of the future. You're just going to get left behind.
Ugh.
This is where we're going. This is what's keeping the world running and going and making money and this and that and the other thing. And it's just like those are the ways of old. And it's like, yeah, but you know what? Some aspects of the ways of old were actually pretty okay.
Well, it's like when you think about, like in what? Dare I say TV and movies, where like, well, we can't send an email because, we're going to get hacked and someone will know and everything. So it's like we have to, send a carrier pigeon or some shit. It's like we have to somehow.
Did you watch Enemy of the State without me?
No.
I love that movie.
But that's just it, right? Is that like there are aspects of our lives and our history that like people don't even think of anymore. Like print media, right? Mm-hmm. Like imagine a resurgence in print media. There was a resurgence in flared jeans. So there's bound to be a resurgence in print media at some point.
Yeah, everybody's going to be lining up to buy Encyclopedia Britannica collections.
Yo!
Listen, I distinctly remember...
Imagine, you know how expensive that shit was when it was new? Imagine what a vintage set of Encyclopedia Britannica would go for right now. Right?
Get ready to throw up. I remember being a kid... Before we had internet-capable computers in the house, I remember having to go to those encyclopedias to get information for school reports and stuff like that. That was in the 90s. Cut to 2020 when Dad sold our house. That collection, I think I've said this on the podcast, that collection was still in my brother's room, and they were like, just junk it. Because nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to want it. Everyone's got all that on computers now.
Oh,
and so all of those volumes, however many, 10, 20, 30 volumes, whatever it was, in the dumpster.
My foot's asleep.
That story put your foot to sleep?
No, but my foot fell asleep.
And that fucking kills me.
That's awful. I wonder if my parents still have the
Not
World
even
book.
Just that. But like I remember when I wanted to get rid of all my... textbooks from school, I wanted to donate them to the local library. They refused to take them.
Same.
I put out ads for people to come and take them for free. I left them out on the doorstep. Some people came and took like a couple and left the rest, and it's just like I can't even fucking give these away, let alone I'm never going to be able to sell them online, even for like $1 because new versions get printed every year and so I just fucking threw them all out.
It makes me wonder if that's just it is
such a waste.
With all of the, tablets and computers being so readily rampant. I mean, don't schools like give out tablets to students to use and stuff like that?
Sure
like that's just it. Is that like do students even use books anymore? Like, do they?
Students call in, text us, email,
like,
whatever.
I truly... Like, I remember being in college and being adamant about buying, like, the new textbooks because I knew that I was gonna, like, notate everything in my book. And everything, and I didn't want someone else's old notes messing mine up and everything. And then when you sell the books back at the end of the semester, you get like pennies on the dollar.
You bring up that is all relatable, but you bring up an interesting point because I remember thinking I'm gonna go about technology with the kids the same way my parents did. It's like I didn't get my first cell phone until I was 16, and all it did was make calls. And my first brand new computer I bought myself when I think I was 20. But it was going to be like, okay, when it's time to give the kids phones or tablets or whatever, it's when they're of an appropriate age.
Yes.
Oliver's about to be 17. I don't remember when he got his phone. Probably
I think
14.
He got
like an old phone.
He got a phone that didn't have texting. It had
texting. No, it didn't have calling. Or it didn't? Yeah,
it didn't have.
It had iMessage.
It wasn't. He didn't have a phone number.
I remember. I used to have to talk to him like through like the Google School.
Exactly. and I think he was 13
And
when he got that, and then he got his phone when he got into high school.
Right. And and Henry got a tablet, got somebody's old tablet like 3 years ago, maybe.
When he was 5. And you know what
5 or 6,
what pisses me off about that is that it's like...
Not from us, mind you.
No,
You didn't
not
get it
from us.
us.
No. But it's like, that's just it, is that like, he watches YouTube on it and everything like that. And it's just
and
like...
he has access to Roblox.
And has access to Roblox, yeah, that no one monitors.
And the reason I'm saying this is because, you know, we would, you know, when he's under our care, we try to make sure that we are parenting him like we're trying to not give him too much technological access. So,
we really do discourage it.
And not that, you know, when he's with us, when does he ever ask for my phone?
You do just give it to him
to play the block game. He's
give it to
he's
him.
Not browsing the internet when he has my phone.
No.
He's never asks for the laptop. He never asks for a tablet. He never asks for any of that. He never asks. First of all, he never asks for anything. But he never asks for anything technological. And he spends maybe 15, 20 minutes playing the block game on my phone, and that's it for the whole day.
Bless.
You know, he doesn't ask for television.
Not anymore. Not anymore. He used to.
Yeah.
He used to.
He knows now. Like, he said to me last week or the week before, he's like, if I read for 30 minutes, can I watch some TV? I'm like, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No arguments.
No argument at
all.
No
arguments, because the answer is yes, you can.
But I'm saying all of this because, you know, what are we teaching them? If the kids see us glued to our phones and screens like all day long, they're going to think like that's just normal. And is that really what we want to be displaying to them?
Well, it's the same thing. Like, I don't understand.
I'm not saying that to you. I know you get it.
Oh, no. You know I get it.
But there's other people out there that are like, yeah, put them in front of a screen all day like it's a babysitter.
But it's not even that. Like, it's also like grown-ass people who are in a room, they make a plan to be in a room together, to ignore each other, to sit on their phones, and then every once in a while, I guess they do this. Dude, look at this.
Like, I complained.
I guess that's it.
I complained for years about what online shopping did to brick and mortar stores.
Yeah.
I still don't like the fact that I can't just go to a store and get what I need, that 99% of the time now I have to order it because stores don't carry anything anymore. But that's just it. I've gotten used to that way of doing things because I don't have the option to go to a store in town and get what I need.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the mom and pop hardware store is gone. All of the pharmacies are closing. Like, pretty soon I'm going to have to order prescriptions online, which has been a big thing now anyway. Just about anything outside of, like, you know, regular groceries, like, we have to order now.
Now let me ask you something. I want to bring it back to the beginning.
My coffee I have to get through Amazon.
Oh, God. That's just silly that no one carries that. Not in that quantity, at least.
Well, I mean, I can get it at Big Y, and it's comparable now, but it's just like, you know, because, like, we didn't start shopping at Big Y until recently.
Let me ask you something. I want to bring this back to the beginning when we were talking about your mom, okay? Now, your mom... Hi, Mom. Your mom had shopped. She was a QVC lady long before her dad died.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, she said she really got into it
after he died. Yeah. 2003.
Do you think that it was already a comfort to her? And, like,
it was a hobby, yeah.
But that's just it, is that if it was already something that she did before he died, and she sort of, like...
kind of dived
like, sort of recluded her. She, you know, became a little bit reclusive at that point, you said. She didn't go out much anymore and everything like that.
From the time I was born, I think she was already just, naturally reclusive.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like she didn't have friends. Like, she had friends, but she didn't make plans with friends. Like, when I was a kid, she'd take me to the park. I mean, my mom would converse. First of all, the whole town knew my mother. So she could run into anybody at Big Y, run into anybody at church, run into anybody anywhere, and talk to them for 2 hours. Easily.
Right.
But, like, she never made plans with friends to, like, you know, like, she didn't shop with friends. She didn't do activities with friends. Like, the only thing she did with friends and acquaintances was go out to eat, you know, either for them just for the sake of going out or like after a function. And the other 99% of the time was spent at home with the family.
But during
that was her choice.
But during that time at home with the family, did she always have QVC on?
Mostly.
So she didn't like put it on to unwind or anything like that. Like she would have the TV going, before, we were going to our phones or everything. She would have the TV going while she's going back and forth between the kitchen cooking and Xeroxing copies of tests for students and doing laundry. And like she was doing like a million things at once. She have it on in multiple rooms?
No.
Okay.
She just had it loud enough so she could hear. Ooh, the cubic zirconia is on. I got to get one of those. It's from the Home Shopping Network.
But she didn't. I mean, was it obsessive?
I would say yes.
Yeah?
I would say I didn't think of it then, and I wouldn't see it as something negative then or now. It's just that was her thing.
So do you see like an increase in screen time as a bad thing? Because you were the one that brought this up.
It's not the increase in screen time.
Mm-hmm.
It is everyone's lack of self-control. Their ever-increasing lack of self-control to be able to put it down. Because it's just like when people say like, I can quit smoking or I can quit drinking or I can quit doing drugs anytime I want. I just don't want to. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I said that and I did it. Because when I wanted to quit smoking, I quit smoking.
Yes.
And I stayed quit.
Yes. You stayed quit. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
I'm tired.
I stayed quit.
Anyway.
But I mean,
and when I want to break from the phone, I can't tell you how many times I've put the phone down after so long of looking at it, and I'm like, ugh, and rubbing my eyes and be like, I need a break.
Like if you were to,
like somebody once got me those blue glasses to protect,
Yeah. If you were to even challenge yourself to, say, spend an entire day, right, from the time you wake up until the time you go to bed, or at least get into bed.
But what's my incentive?
To give your brain a break? To invest that time and your attention in maybe people? Like maybe the people around you?
Are you saying I don't invest enough time in you?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, that as an alternative to being on your phone, there are other things that you could do.
Listen, I will happily invest more time in you or anybody else, but I feel like there's more people out in the world that are way more addicted to it than I am.
Probably.
Because again, I can put it down, and I will willingly put it down, but I have self-control. I know a lot of people who have very little of it. And that's,
agree with
and
that.
that's not just a hindrance when it comes to the phone. It's a hindrance with a lot of other things in their lives. Like, I essentially had to go and try and kick the cigarette out of Nick's hand that time we were at Cherry Street.
We had some fun that night playing Keep the Cigarettes Away.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. But like, I think that the constant attention that a lot of people are paying to their screens, their devices, regardless of what it is, but their devices, right? I feel like is, like you've said, it's a nail in the coffin of human interaction.
Yep.
And the problem is that it's getting smaller and smaller, because it used to be that now that we can reach each other whenever the fuck we want, text, call, FaceTime, right? We don't make plans to be in the same room with one another. But now it's people who are in the same rooms with one another who are not even paying attention to each other because they're both on their phones. And dare I say, sometimes they're actually looking at the same fucking thing. They're sharing stuff to each other from the same room.
Oh, we've done that.
We've done that. Try not to do it too much. It's like there have been times when I've been upstairs and you've been in the,
on the toilet.
And I'll be like, did you literally just text me from the toilet? I'm right here.
Yeah, but you're not going to come into the bathroom to see what I'm looking at.
You know what? Next time, text me and say, come here. I got to show you something.
But
because if you send me that text from the toilet, my curiosity will be piqued. If you just text me from the toilet,
you should have been
come here, I have to show you something.
You should have been there when, what was it? I was at the house visiting my parents. I'm in the toilet, and then I heard Mike come in. And
while you're in the bathroom?
Well, I heard like rustling around, and I'm just like, are you here? Did you get here? And he's like, I'm in the bathroom. I'm like, what a coincidence, so am I. The brothers that shit together. And I think Mom was watching QVC at the time.
Were you in separate bathrooms?
Of course. Yeah, no, we were sharing a toilet.
I'm like, were you in the same bathroom?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, that's weird.
No, I was in the was I in the upstairs? I was in the upstairs? No. One of us was in the upstairs, one of us was in the downstairs.
That's nice. That's nice.
I think I still have the screenshot of that text somewhere.
I'm on the toilet. You want to go to the movies?
For those who don't know, that's a context. That is a text that happened between a different brother and one of his friends.
I am hopeful. I'm hopeful, and I think
have too many brothers.
I think it keeps me going. That I'm really hopeful that one of these days, people will get sick of their phones.
I'm already sick of it. Like if I had a group of friends who was more interested in interpersonal communication than technological communication, I would cling to them like a lifeline. And I thought I had that. I thought I had that in my bands, but even I can't tell you how many times we'd be sitting around waiting to go on and everyone's looking at their phones.
Yeah.
Time between gigs, time between sets, like if we're not having a conversation with each other, we're sitting around in the same vicinity on our phones. Like it's pathetic.
The only solace I take in this severe attachment to technology is that so many people are listening to this podcast right now through technology. So bless. Thank you for that. You have closing thoughts?
Well, I mean, before the dawn of the internet, people were listening to other people talk through radio.
Well, we had TV first.
No, we didn't.
We
had radio before TV.
No, but before the internet, we had TV. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Sadie just got up.
There's always going to be a new thing. I would like to think that we will reach a point where the new thing is human interaction.
That would be nice, but I'll tell you right now, before that happens, all of this technology is going to be obsolete. They're going to find a way to beam it straight into our brains with no device.
Ugh. Wasn't that what Google Glass was all about?
We're going to see it inside of our eyes.
Ugh. You're going to have like a phone implanted in your ear, so you just...
Doing a phoner.
Just, hello?
It's going to be like that box that Jim Carrey made for Batman.
Yeah, right? Oh, shit.
This is my brain on the box. Is anyone paying attention here?
This was a good talk. This is another one that I feel like could go on and on.
I think the air conditioner can go off.
The air conditioner can go off.
It's chilly.
It is a bit nipply in here, isn't it?
Nippy. Did I say nipple?
Did I say nipple? But
that's funny. I was talking to my cousin about the Christmas vacation cards. When Dad had his accident and he fell off of his trailer.
Oh yeah.
John and I are in the ER watching him get stitched up, and John's like, "Hey, I brought these." And he pulls out of his pocket a deck of Clark Griswold playing cards, and I'm just like, "Why do you have those?" He's like, "I brought them for you." I'm like, "Oh, thanks." I still have. They're downstairs.
This was a good one. I enjoyed this. I feel like I've learned a lot about people in general and specific people.
Next week, let's find out what your crutch is.
I'll make a list.
Frozen yogurt.
Frozen yogurt.
And Nilla wafers.
But thank you out there in podcast land for tuning in. Find us on Instagram, DTAndy and JJ Star with 2 R's. You can email us, DTAndy and JJ Star at gmail.com with questions, comments, concerns for our well-being, conversation starters and enders, and suggestions for future conversations and whether or not you'd like to be a part of that conversation. Please let us know. Download Podbean and find us, like and follow us there, share it. That's how we get money. Thank you. And thank you to Southeast Asia who have been really big this last week.
Particularly Vietnam.
Yeah, well, Vietnam, Singapore, and Hong Kong. So I'm not sure how you say thank you in any of those languages, but thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And, what else? You can find Love Hard Art and Coat of Arms Tattoo are also on Instagram. Summer is coming. We're doing some stuff, and we will fill you in on the details of that soon. But, yeah, in the meantime, find us on social media. All of our socials are now on Threads. I don't know why.
I am posting to Threads. I don't check it.
We're posting to Threads now, and I'm not sure what it is yet.
It's another useless platform.
It seems kind of like Twitter.
Somebody explain to us what differentiates it from the others.
Yeah.
So what is unique about it?
I'm not really sure exactly, but we have a bunch of followers, so thanks. Yeah. What else? Anything else?
Blood and Ink's coming up.
Blood and Ink is coming up. The official announcement hasn't been made yet, so I'm not going to say it just yet, but stay tuned for that because that is coming
I have a gig
October.
I have a gig coming up.
Do you?
Do
you for real?
I responded to a random ad last night and they were just like, "Can you be ready by what was it, the 20th, I think?"
Yeah.
And their rehearsal is on the 16th. And then they sent me the set list, and I'm just like, and I've never met any of these people before. Like, we have a gig at this place on this date at this time. Like, here's the set list.
So they just invited you to their house.
Well, no, they put out an ad saying they needed a guitar player, and I'm just like, I'm not doing anything.
I'm a guitar player.
So they send me the set list. It's 35 songs, and I'm just like, yeah, I know half of those. I just got to learn the other half. And I'm like, I could learn those by the 16th. And they're like, but they're just like, can you do it? Can you do it? I have no idea what their names are. I have no idea what the name of the band is. Like, they're all older people, and this gig is like an hour and a half away.
Well, when we have details on that, we'll be sure to get that out to everybody, too.
Is it paying? And they're just like, yeah. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, count me in.
Tight.
So you heard me working on them this morning, like.
And we'll go work on them some more.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's a challenge, and it's exciting. It's what I've been searching for.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you.
Let's see if I can finally work with some professionals.
Fingers crossed, Freddie. And on that note, we're going to call it. That's a full lid. We'll see you next week from the 4 of us at That Talking Podcast. I'm JJ Star.
And I'm Downtown Andy.
We'll talk to you later.